Hello. Test, test, test. Testing the mic. Okay, we're live. We're going. Took me longer than I would have liked to get everything touched up to actually start the stream, but it wasn't too bad. If you're watching this in the future, you probably just skipped right past that. But yes, SILKSONG has a release date officially, and a new little trailer, which I have not watched. I did go back and forth on whether or not I should watch it, just because I've been trying to go in relatively blind once the game does come out. But I was like, whatever. I'm not going to be able to resist, and I really wanted to know when it was coming out, because I was 99% certain that we were going to get a release date with this new trailer. I was like, what else could it be? And we got it September 4th. It's like 2 weeks away. And as soon as that happened, as soon as I saw that, I knew I was going to need to stream myself playing Hollow Knight, because I love this game. I love this. If you're watching this, you probably have seen more of my Hollow Knight animations on this channel, but I ended up playing the game originally before I was big on streaming content, so I didn't really stream myself play the game. I never streamed myself playing the game back when I first played it, but I figured I should revisit it before I play SILKSONG, because I am most definitely going to be playing SILKSONG on a live stream, or across multiple live streams, most definitely, once it does come out in a couple weeks. But I figured I should play Hollow Knight before that happens. Man, which, I mean, of course I've played this game a bunch. Yeah. So it's not a first-time playthrough or anything, but I don't think that's surprising to anyone, obviously. But I'm just so excited for SILKSONG. Man, that's gonna be so fun. I knew I had plans to play Hollow Knight on stream in anticipation for SILKSONG, but I figured I would wait until we knew when it was coming out for sure. That way I could time it up pretty well, and this just seems perfect. Hey, welcome to the chat. Am I going for 112? Sorry, I'm not sure I know what you mean by that. I'm not as up to date on some of the Hollow Knight lingo as I should be. If you're talking about the, like, one of the endings, then I figured I'm probably going for a true ending. I don't know if that's sufficiently, but, you know, sort of the standard get in, defeat the Radiance sort of thing. Playing the game on my own over the years in the past, I was sadly never able to beat Pantheon 5, but I would like to at some point. Oh, okay, I see. That makes sense. Yeah, I believe so. Probably something like that. Maybe. I think you can kind of already see on stream here. I have my first ever save file for the game that I've kind of gone back to try to complete every little piece of the game. So I think the max I've ever gotten to is 108%, even with almost 100 hours. But that's just for this one save. Technically there are no other saves here, as you can see, but there are usually... There are definitely more than 100 hours in this game. I have several hundred hours in this game, just from starting other games to play through it again, and then clearing them out to start again. But I'll never delete this one. This is my original one. And I will be starting a new save for this. But if I could hit 112% completion, that'd be so nice. I definitely, at the very least, oof, man, at the very least, I definitely want to beat the sort of standard ending, you know, with the Radiance and everything, and then kind of go from there, see how many, like, streams it takes for me to get there, which I don't imagine it'll be too long, but, you know, we'll see. Yeah, if I could, that would be great. I have not actually. I have not tried mods. Technically, I'm playing on the Xbox version of the game, just because I figured I would boot it up. That would boot up faster, down quicker, and then I do definitely want to try out mods and different challenge runs for this game, because I've seen some of them online and they look incredible. So at some point, I'm definitely going to go and buy the Steam version of the game, figure out how mods are installed and how it works to do that. Maybe that'll be a follow-up live stream at some point, you know? Kind of beat this game, figure out when Silksong is coming out from that point, and then see where I can slot in the time for it. Yeah, if that's something you guys would want to see, definitely let me know. But I think after an unnecessarily long starting soon screen and a little back and forth here, I think it's been enough time. I think we can go ahead and jump to the actual game itself now. And just make sure I'll check everything is set up right. Make sure I can still see everyone's talking while the stream's going. Oh yeah, I didn't address it, but I do have a new VTuber model for my Hollow Knight streams. That's something I wanted to do, and I just went ahead and did it. Nothing too complex, but I figured it would be fun to swap out for a new character for these streams. They're such a big deal. Oh yes, of course. Thank you for the feedback on the audio. I always think about that, but I always forget to ask about it. But that's good to know. Here, let me just let's see. Screen audio. Right, how's that? How's that compare? Does that sound any better? There we go. That might have fixed it. Maybe. Ah, nice. Okay, that's good. It's good to hear feedback from chat. It's hard to mix your own audio when you're the only one streaming. Oh, thank you. Then that's very good to know. I want to make sure this stream is as high quality as I can get it. Make sure it's as clear and easy to understand. But all right, we got the audio adjusted. Everything seems good. Everything's set up correctly. I've stalled long enough, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. Oh wait, let me check. Okay, yes, I have like whenever I originally played Hollow Knight, I played Hollow Knight on a controller, so that's what I'll be doing today. I know that there's probably a lot of benefits with playing on a mouse and keyboard instead, but just, you know, just to make sure that I'm not jumping into this and having to spend the first hour of the stream refiguring out the controls, I'll probably just go with this. And here we go. Ah, I love this game so much. And wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret, for none can tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you taught we changed, based instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. Elegy for Holonist, Monomon the Teacher. Ah, classic. I'm so excited to see how the story and especially these cinematics compare to Silksong whenever it comes out. In the newest release trailer, we did get to see a little bit of that. Hey, welcome to the chat. We've joined at just the right time. We're just getting into it. Man, it's really nice also getting to sit down and play this game on a proper monitor, you know. Because originally when I was playing this game, I was just playing on our on our family's Xbox in the living room, so it was kind of hard to get up close and personal with all the details. But now we really can. Oh. Alright. It has been a little bit since I've played the game. Not super long, and when I was last playing the game, I played basically constantly, like all day, pretty much, for like a month or more. And then even more the time before that. All that to say, I'm going to use that as an excuse to justify why I'm not as good as I'll claim to be. I've especially played through the beginning of this game so many times at this point. Oh god. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm streaming, so I'm probably only gonna be paying half attention. Oof, god, yeah. Feels good to be back though. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul, and you shall achieve feats of which others can only dream. Yep. Usually I can get through pretty much all of the first part of the Forgotten Crossroads without taking any damage. But that was kind of back when I was at my peak, playing this game non-stop all day, every day. Which I just haven't had the time for anymore. But still, there are very few games like that, for me at least, where I can just really sit down and just play really non-stop. And like never get tired of it. This is one of those few games I can always come back to, no matter how long it's been or how short it's been, really, usually. I'll always enjoy it. And I'm so excited for SILKSONG when that comes out, and we get to experience that all over again. If I remember correctly. Yep, there we go. That's a little trick you can do. Save you a trip back here. Now, am I mistaken, or is Hollow Knight the inventor of, like, platform pogoing? I feel like, I don't know, it's such a simple idea, so I feel like there's no way that Hollow Knight is the first game that did it, but I could see it. Anytime I hear people talk about pogoing, it's always in the context of Hollow Knight first. Within our lands, do not hide your true form. Let all bask in your majesty, for only this kingdom could produce one such as you. Lore. And our first charm. So soon into the game. Yup. Yeah, so if you know what you're doing, you can kind of clear out this first area pretty much immediately. Of course, you'll still end up coming back through here later on when you go through Howling Cliffs and everything, but you gotta get that. And I'm sure, oh god, playing and talking at the same time, I've still got to get better at that. Yeah, I'm sure there are speedrunners and content creators who can absolutely put me to shame with how effectively they can clear out these areas, or get through here without needing to clear them out. I will be probably going through and reading all the tablets just as we come across them, you know, for anyone who hasn't read them or maybe hasn't experienced the game somehow. Beyond this point, you enter the land of King Creator, step across this threshold, and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the Eternal Kingdom, Hollow Nest. How funny, they call themselves the only and final kingdom, even though within Hollow Nest there exists several other separate kingdoms. And They have all fallen at this point, too. Yeah, but at some point they were thriving. Supposedly at the same time as Hollow Nest. Oh, wait. I can't talk to you yet. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Oh, no, not that. These menus are a little awkward in keyboard, or not keyboard, with controller. They would be easier in mouse and keyboard, I imagine. Oh there, traveler. I'm afraid there's only one left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quiet, you see. The other residents, they've all disappeared, headed down that well, one by one, into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, that darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills that place. Creatures turn mad, and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such a thing, well, such a great thing after all. Oh, Elderbug, you don't know the half of it. Whee! Alright, I'm trying to remember. There was, at one point, there was a specific path that I would always take that I found to be the most efficient way to get through here. I don't remember it completely, but I'll probably just feel it out. Definitely gotta visit the temple first, though. Quirrell the first time. Hey, welcome to the chat. Any goals for the stream? Probably not any, no serious goals. For this specific stream, I figured I'll probably just play through, get through as much of the game as we can in a reasonable amount of time, kind of feel it out. I do ultimately, across probably several streams, want to get the, quote, true ending with the, what's it called? The Radiance, defeating the Radiance, kind of going for that ending. But beyond that, probably not. I might come back to the game afterwards, though. Depending on how long it takes me to go and do that, I might come back and try to further complete the game. Maybe even beat the first couple Pantheons if possible. But, you know, we'll fill it out. Oh, hey, yeah, it has been a while. Man, I've... for anyone here who's watched several of my streams before, you know, my streaming schedule is a complete mess. I've been trying to establish somewhat of a steady flow of streams. You know, it's always in the back of my mind, but there's always something. I always think of some other thing I gotta work on, some project I gotta do, but yeah, at least I'll pop up randomly still. I'll never completely stop streaming. I just don't know if I'll ever be able to actually follow a proper schedule to my own detriment. Oh, hello there. How delightful to meet another traveler on these forgotten roads. You're a short one, but you're strong. Look about you. I'm Quirrell. I have something of an obsession with uncharted places. This ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right before us. A great stone egg lying in the corpse of an ancient kingdom, and this egg, is it warm? It certainly gives off a unique air. Can it be opened? There are strange markings all over it. I do so love a mystery, and who knows what other marvels lie even deeper below us. Who knows indeed? Well, you know. Well, you kind of know, but you don't know now, but you will know, again, at some point. Oh yeah, you're getting into the Amazing Digital Circus? Oh yeah, I've found that my obsession with it has slowly been growing as more and more episodes come out. If you haven't already seen, I have made a handful of animations already, and I'll probably end up making more in the not-so-distant future. I imagine they'll probably coincide with releases of episodes most of the time. But yes, it's a very fun show. A lot of people write it off just because it seems so much like a very obviously kiddie thing, but it really isn't when you watch it. Oh god, I gotta lock in. I shouldn't have taken a hit from that guy. Be free, little grub bud. Be free. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw the recent one whenever it first came out. It was great. It was definitely. I hesitate to say that it was my favorite, just because it's been a minute since I've watched some of the earlier episodes. But I think I can fairly confidently say it was also my favorite too. I love all the information we're getting about Jax. We're really starting to figure out what he's all about. Oh, bury my mother, pale and light. Bury my father with his eyes shut tight. And bury my sister 2 by 2. And then when you're done, let's bury me too. Ha ha ha! Do you know that one? It's one of my favorites. We can sing something else if you like. You start singing and I'll join in. I bet you have a beautiful singing voice. Ha 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 ha. So, oh man, I gotta learn to speak out loud more clearly. So, what are you down here for? If you came to get wealthy, just look around you. These mines are still bursting with riches. There's plenty for everyone. Just grab a pick and join in. Ha ha. So fun. Oh, right, I remember this. Gonna get this spot mapped out, though. Well, when we do have a map eventually. Oh, yeah. This bug you can't kill right now, at least. I think so. Nah, yeah. I wouldn't want to anyways, but you can't. But there are plenty of bugs out here we can kill. Alright. I'll keep my eyes on the chat for you. Let's collect this. Ha 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 ha. I do like to be pretty specific about going through and trying my best to collect as much geo as I can in these early parts. Just because, I need to make sure I can get my hands on that. What is it called? The swarm charm, the one that collects geo for you. I love how punchy this game is. Every hit is so satisfying. That is one thing that I miss from playing games with controllers more often. I mean, I know I'm in the middle of playing with a controller right now, but I've been playing a lot more desktop games lately, and that's going to come with the territory of learning to play with mouse and keyboard, which I guess strategically does feel more comfortable and responsive than a controller in a lot of cases. But just the shakiness, the vibration of a controller is just so satisfying for games. Oh god, man. Man, usually I can get through this area without taking any damage, and I've already taken so much. And we're close to death, but still. Ooh, my favorite boss. I think I would probably have to say... man, it's been a minute since I've played it, but I know for a while it was King Grim. Just because I remember playing that boss for the first time, it felt so well balanced, where it felt really difficult, but in that very satisfying way, where I just kept wanting to play it more and more. I never wanted to stop, I wanted to keep trying, and it felt more like a dance than anything. I guess that's not corny, but probably that one. Thanks, bud. Oh yeah, and it doesn't hurt that his music is some of the best in the game too. Just gotta say that. Oh, that Nightmare King Grim cover of the song especially. It's just so good. It's so memorable. It's up there with like the title screen music in terms of iconic soundtracks from this game. Which, I know, pretty much every song from this game is iconic in some way. But those ones especially. Whoop. Give me your geo. Alright. Yeah, here you are, bud.
Oh,
Oh, hello there. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me. I've a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost in, finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a God, I cannot talk on stream for some reason. As soon as I start streaming, I lose the ability to talk out loud. It's so so annoying. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of the work so far? Yes, I would. Normally, whenever I first buy the map from this guy, I have a little bit more of it immediately mapped down, but it's not a huge deal. Oh, yep, didn't even mindlessly skip the dialogue. Whatever. He was pretty much just saying we should go up to this shop and meet his wife, who's opening up for business now. I do believe there's another grub this way. I do wonder how... Oh, God, man. I do wonder how far into the game I'll get with this first stream. I'm not really sure. It's been a minute since I've really seriously sat down and played the game, so... I don't know how rusty I'm going to be at some of the later parts. But generally speaking, I do remember... Oh, God. I do remember my path that I usually take to get through the early parts of the game pretty effectively. Oh. I do wonder if you could cheese your way through that little entrance there. Because that would be a big skip if you could. There's probably a bunch of streamers and speedrunners who already have. I don't know if I'll attempt any skips in this game. Pretty much the only one that I'm aware of is being able to get to the brooding mollusk early by pogoing off with the side spikes. But, you know, we'll see. I don't want to go in there quite yet. Might as well collect all the geo out here first. Okay, come on. Oh, I will say, something that's probably nicer for the stream is because I'm playing on a controller and I can hold my controller away from the keyboard. I don't have to worry as much about the constant clickety-clacking of a keyboard. Which I know some people like, but some people really don't like. Interesting. Really? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I know of Shadescape, Shadeskips, but I've never been able to pull them off. It's fascinating. I mean, I guess it makes sense in a game like Hollow Knight, where there are just so many abilities, you know, so many different things that you can unlock and do and upgrade, and so many different charms that'll affect your abilities in different ways. It makes sense that people would find like a whole bunch of creative ways of skipping parts of the game. Ah, okay. That makes sense. It does make sense. I remember that area, and it definitely feels like it's ripe for a skip. Okay. Gotta keep my eyes on the game when I'm walking around. Nope, not quite. Gotta get that little pocket of geo down there early, though. Especially when you need to buy your first couple of items quickly. Alright. So, yes, this way. This is not the room I was thinking it was for a second. Oh, you can hear that mask shard up there. do love the little touch of the look up and down system. It doesn't change anything crazy about the game. Oh, god, no, that was dumb. Shouldn't have done that. It doesn't change anything too crazy about the game, but it's just a nice little touch, a little detail, you know? Can't keep the G away from me. Oh, that was close. I should probably go over first, then fall through the bottom. In terms of this little room's, I don't know, would you classify it as a quote-unquote puzzle? Not really a puzzle, just kind of two paths with a little bit of parkour. Yeah, it is first. And then, oh right, no, yeah, I need to go over. Get that other little deposit of geo. Now I know there's this little thing of geo here. I think technically it's there for you to come back and get once you have like your dash ability or something. Oh, dang it. How did I miss that? Oh yeah, yeah. I remember seeing some of that stuff about Team Cherry finding out about the skips and thinking they were cool. That's so fun. I like that. I like games that don't feel the need to patch out little skips and things that you can do in like speedruns. Oh god. Sorry, I need to get that geo. Because yeah, I have heard of other games. I think Nintendo is big on this, where like they'll see people doing like speed runs where they find a way to like break something or glitch through something, and then within like the week it'll be patched out, you know, and that just kind of eliminates that whole category for speedrunners. I don't know if that's actually true about Nintendo. It feels like might be, but there are other game studios who do that. And all the little environment things that you can do, just kind of run through and destroy things. It's such a mindless little detail that helps so much more than people probably realize. Yeah. There are so many things about games, about like really good games like this, where all this stuff in this hallway, all these details could be taken out, and fundamentally the game would be the exact same, but at the same time it wouldn't be. What gives games soul, you know? I think I saw, I don't remember who made it, but I did see a video by someone at some point talking about the psychology of giving players little things like that to destroy and toss around in games like this, where you're just kind of walking through big environments. First boss. Ah, dang it, I was just about to say I better not take damage from this, because that's just one hit though, that's not too bad. Ha 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 ha. Oh, do some more. There yet. And here we have the next shopkeep. Go ahead and take care of these guys first. Anyone else? You. I wonder what could be in there. Oh. I don't think we'll get him though. I don't think we'll get Menderbug. Such a low chance. Oh, Oro, you oaf. You wield your nail like a club. Esme? I never fully knew the pronunciation. Either way. How much deeper do we have to go? Oh, what? Who are you? I see. This old village. What a strange dream to have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I would have ever woken. I'm Sly. Usually, I live an uneventful life up in Dirtmouth. The air in these ruins doesn't agree with me, so I'd best be getting back. If you return above, come and see me. I'm probably the friendliest, I was going to say the finest, the friendliest face left there, and I can thank you properly for your good deed. Well, thank you. Hey, yeah, first boss down, let's go! Whoa. No deaths so far. See how long we can maintain a deathless run. It's a deathless run until I die, and then it's just a normal run. Yeah, oh, don't worry. I've seen it happen, but I have never myself killed Menderbug. My hands are clean. But hypothetically, if given the chance, I wouldn't say no. I do wonder if that's needed. If killing Menderbug and getting into his room is needed for technically 100% of the game. I mean, it would make sense. But it's just purely based on like such a small percentage chance. You're kind of just doing the same thing over and over, so I could also see them just leaving that as a little side thing. Alright, 500, that's probably enough to get everything I need the first time I pass the store. Pogoing, it's so satisfying. Oh, yep, I knew there was something left down here. Right, I'm starting to get comfortable with the controls again. Oh yeah. It is the passion of my life to eventually kill Menderbug for myself. Oh, that's good to know. Technically not needed. Alright. That makes sense. It would be funny if there was one, though. You stumble across him, you manage to kill him, and you just get an achievement pop up, it's just labeled "You Monster." That would be kind of funny. Oh. Well, that was close. I think I was right on that guy's collision box there. I guess I didn't really think about it, but it makes sense. This is also kind of acting as a sort of refresher for myself to get my platforming and difficult combat-based gaming skills warmed up for Silksong in 2 weeks. Open that up. Go ahead and walk in here just so it's on the map. And leave. Ah, dang it. Just a moment too late. There are a couple of things that give percentages of your achievements, the path of pain, oh yeah. Oh, path of pain, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's such a big thing. I mean, I guess you don't need an achievement for path of pain. You just record yourself doing it, and that's all the achievement you need. You have the praise. Well, what's the word? Praise heaped upon you. That's the word I was looking for. Oh god, path of pain. Alright, I believe... yes, okay, I should go here first. Up top, that's the one that leads to the boss and everything. The next boss. But I should go ahead and open this up, take it back to Dirtmouth, and then all the shops will be opened at once. Then I can go and buy what I need for the first boss fight. Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell will always call me back. You know, I did think about doing voices for these streams, but I don't think you guys want to hear that. These stagways stretch the depths of hollowness. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform. I will take you where you need to go. Oh, yeah. Whenever I saw that there was going to be some big live stream going up on Team Cherry's YouTube channel, and I heard about the demo that was going to happen like 2 days before that, I initially was like, oh, okay, we're definitely getting a release date, and it's probably going to be like November. That's what my thoughts were. We're like mid-November felt like a good estimate. It was going to be like another 3 months of waiting. And then we get it, and it's 2 weeks away, and I feel like it still hasn't fully set in yet. But I knew as soon as that happened, I sat down, started working on a little new avatar for streaming, got the stream all set up, and was like, okay, I'm playing Hollow Knight right now. I'm riding this high, and I'm putting something out today in celebration. I will say, I do have plans for a little animation celebrating SILKSONG's announcement and all. And that'll be coming out not too long. Best case scenario later today, but considering I'm streaming right now, and I'll probably be streaming for a while, I don't imagine that's going to be too likely. But probably at most the end of tomorrow, maybe. But, you know, we'll see. I can activate that. Might as well keep the other one on since I've already got it on. And now, I need to buy...
Bapanada.
Bapanada. Yep, buy that one first. I'm already so familiar with the map, I don't need to worry about getting the compass. But I do like getting at least the first pack of these little pins. Those are handy. I mostly just use the pins to mark areas that I know on the map I need to do something there, but I simply can't yet. The game does a pretty good job at like showing you little areas where it's like, oh, there's something to do there, there's somewhere to go that you haven't done, or there's part of the map you haven't explored yet. But there are little things, like, I think it's right here, there's that grub that I haven't saved yet. And so I like to put a pin there and in places like that where there's something self-isolated within a room that I have to go do or get or interact with that I don't see labeled on the map. I do also know, I believe there's the mask. Where was the mask I need to get? Was it down here, I believe? Something like that, I believe. Yeah, probably something like that. Oh, wait, no, I don't need to go down the well. I need to go down over this way. Oh yeah, same here. Same situation. I'll definitely be playing SILKSONG day one with Game Pass. And then I do also want to buy the game on Steam. One, just because I really want to support Team Cherry as much as I can. But two, because I also would love to look into the mod support at some point, once people start making mods for SILKSONG. Same with Hollow Knight. I do also want to at some point buy a copy of Hollow Knight on Steam and look into the mod stuff. Because that's like a whole other world that exists within Hollow Knight. Or the Hollow Knight community, I guess I should say. Come to Weegio. Ah, dang it. Got a little greedy. Trying to get another hit in there. Thank you, bud. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Can't do this quite yet, but I can still kill that bug, get that soul, and get this extra little bit of Geo. Yeah, I am so excited for SILKSONG. It's gonna be so fun, and I think streaming it is gonna be like a whole other experience. That's gonna be amazing. I did debate going back and forth on like whether or not I should stream SILKSONG the first time I play it, and ultimately I am, just because, you know, it's gonna be such a big event. It's gonna be so much fun, and it's Hollow Knight is such a big thing on my channel and in my life, so it feels like it wouldn't make any sense not to stream it. But, you know, there was that part of me that was like, oh, you know, don't have to worry about content or anything, just fully enjoy it. But, you know, I still think I'll get all the enjoyment out of it I can streaming it. Probably even more so, you know, depending on how many people there are actually sitting watching live streams for SILKSONG. I imagine most people will probably be playing it themselves. We do try mods at first. Really fun, there's lots of different settings things to play around with. Oh yeah, the randomizers. I am subscribed to some of like the biggest, well-known Hollow Knight content creators, so I have heard of some of those mods. I do know. I believe I've seen some of those randomizer ones where when you take damage, you get teleported to some random boss fight or something, or various versions of that, which sounds insane, but in a really fun way. I definitely want to look into some of those. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And that's what VODs are for. I definitely plan on playing through the game pretty much 100%ing it if I can, on my own, like streaming it and everything, and then probably going through and doing extra little things, replaying it on my own time outside of streams, and then also going back after the fact and watching, just probably for a week straight, just watching nothing but everyone else also play the game for their first time. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be such a big thing. Get ready for a bunch of Hollow Knight animations to come out on the channel again. I know I did them like straight constant for a while there, and then kind of stopped as I mixed in more stuff, but I think we can expect a huge influx of Hollow Knight and SILKSONG specific animations coming out on the channel for the next while. Also, yes, I think how this boss fight goes is gonna kind of be indicative of what to expect. Oh god, from this live stream. And then, of course, the moment I try to open my mouth while playing, I mess it up. Oh yes, yeah. I was gonna say, I know you can hit the falling projectiles towards him and do insane damage in some cases. There was one time I was fighting one of the later versions of his fight. Oh dang it, missed him. And I only had to actually hit him myself once because of how many falling projectiles, dang it, I was able to get him with. Oh god. I think, weirdly enough, the problem is I'm so used to fighting his stronger versions because I fought his like Arisen and Radiant versions so much more than I fought his first version like this, that I expect him to move so much quicker that I end up performing worse than I normally would have, even though he's objectively easier in this state. I just get so impatient because I'm so used to bosses flying around the ring so quickly. Combat systems used for the currency after Oh yeah, I have seen some of that. I have watched the trailers, but I haven't done any deep dives or watched any deep dives into them too much, just because I don't want to get too in the weeds about details of the game until it comes out, to stay somewhat blind, you know. But I have seen that. I have seen some of that talk about different like symbols, different weapons, different like attack ranges and stuff that people have been noticing in parts of the trailers and in the demos. And that's gonna be cool. I'm so excited to see just how much deeper of a game SILKSONG is with Hollow Knight. I mean, Hollow Knight is already very deep, very fun, intense game. So I can't imagine what SILKSONG is gonna be like when it comes out. And I saw a document of an interview that someone did with Team Cherry that released at the same time their release trailer did, just earlier today. And on that document of that interview, they talked about how they already have months or even years worth of production to put into the game after its release for additional content, which is insane, but also amazing and kind of expected with Team Cherry at this point. Oh, is that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange empty face and a wicked-looking weapon. Something important has drawn you down into Hollownest's corpse, but I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help? Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift, a nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. And yes, whoa, second boss down. No deaths yet. Plenty of hits, but no deaths. I do wonder when my first death will be. I imagine it's going to be kind of embarrassing when it does happen. And there we go, our spell. And... awake. There we go. Hey, bud. Not yet. I'm saving it. For you! Roly-poly, guys. I remember the first time I played through this game, those roly-poly guys gave me so much trouble. But I feel like a lot of things in this game, my first time playthrough, gave me a lot of trouble. Does that sentence make any sense? Nah, whatever, you get the point. I think Hollow Knight was my first real challenge of a game, I guess, you know? I hadn't, before I found Hollow Knight and started playing it, I hadn't really played games that were known for being difficult, ever, really. So it was definitely a bit of a challenge, you know? But despite absolutely sucking at the game for the first while playing it, it was so worth it. And now I'm obsessed with this kind of game and these kinds of difficult, do it over and over kinds of games. Oh, dang it. A little too early. Still getting back into the swing of things. I see. I really gotta remember to heal more often. I'm so used to just go, just kind of run through the environment, don't stop, never stop, always moving. And then I realized, oh, well, I'm killing things and collecting soul. I could go ahead and just heal and save up on some of that. Is that... oh, yeah, a little bit more soul left in here. Ooh, I have attempted Steel Soul. I've tried it several times, and I've gotten pretty far. Like, surprising myself a little bit. But... never... I've never beaten Steel Soul mode, sadly. But that is a goal of mine at some point to actually beat Steel Soul mode. Actually, this temple. Oh, well, yet another surprise. You've slain that creature before I've even asked. I scarcely deserve such a friend as you. You're a marvel. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yep. Yep. Farewell, and have faith. Whenever you are seeking, it will find you. Ho, 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 ho. Foreshadowing. Well, joke's on you. Your entire family's dead. Oh, wait. Just realized bench. We can actually put on some really good charms. Yeah, I think I haven't ever beaten Steel Soul mode, but I think the biggest challenge that I have beaten in this game would be it would be like Pantheon 3. I think I've done Pantheon 3. I think that's as far as I've gone. Let's see. All right, we just gained the soul bash. Who's it? I guess we can head straight up, get a little bit more geo from old Papa. We could attempt the skip to the brooding mollusk and maybe try to defeat that a little early. That could be fun. But I also know it's, at least for me, it's a little bit more of an actual risk. Even just getting in there. I haven't done that skip in so long, I'll probably nearly die just trying to get to the boss fight. Oh, dang it. I went to instinctively dash, forgetting that I don't have the ability to dash yet. Now come to me, Geo. Fuel my wallet, I guess. Some of the combination of enemies and hazards instead of actual... Oh, yeah. You're so focused on the boss fights that sometimes you forget to pay attention to the absolute killer environment that is also constantly trying to kill you. There we go, another 90, that's pretty good. I wonder if this room is good for farming Geo early on. It feels like it might be to some extent, but you do have to run around and find all the little bugs. There's probably better ones. You know what? Why don't we at least try getting into the room? Let's see how that goes. We'll see how far into this we can get reasonably, and maybe we'll try defeating the mollusk. Okay, I don't need soul right now. Oof, might need to after this though. Oh man, I sadly I've never gotten to the point where I've even been able to attempt Pantheon 5, but I've gotten close at certain points. Ah, dang. But yeah, that's the one thing that I'm kind of regretting about SILKSONG's release. I guess regretting probably wouldn't be the right word. I don't know. I haven't technically fully 112%ed Hollow Knight. I have 108%ed Hollow Knight, but just the absolute hardest challenges, the peak of Hollow Knight, the absolute peak is right where I couldn't quite get to. But I am curious to see how SILKSONG will compare to Hollow Knight in terms of overall difficulty. I imagine it's not gonna I don't imagine it's gonna build off of Hollow Knight in the sense of you have to have beaten the hardest parts of SILKSONG of Hollow Knight. I mean, to stand a chance against the beginning of SILKSONG or something. I imagine maybe they'll try to match the difficulty scale. Early on it'll start kind of the same. You kind of figure out what you're doing, figure out the controls and the environment, and then slowly scale up the difficulty and probably reach similar heights to Hollow Knight in terms of difficulty. Yeah, that's all that matters. That one final percentile. I win. Alright. And here we go. Getting to this boss fight a little early, but it shouldn't be too difficult. I know that there are certain charms you can get where you can pretty much just stand over here without summoning it and you can kill it technically. It would take forever, but you could. Alright. We're just gonna immediately come in. Oh right, I don't have my dash. It's gonna make this a little awkward. Ooh, that was close. Oh, dang it. Double waste. Triple waste. No, jump! Oh, God, why wasn't I jumping? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no, not like this, not like this. I refuse. Oh, God, no. Dang it. Yeah, okay, I didn't think I was gonna squeeze my way out of that. Oh god, oh god. Oh god, that was lucky. Okay. Ah, that was way too close. So many times. Movement options. Seems like so stuck. I imagine it'll be natural once you actually play through. Oh yeah, Silksong is gonna have so many like different controls and little bits for movement compared to this game. And it's gonna be a lot at first, I imagine. Whew. Oh yeah, let's go. Not even close. Yeah, I wasn't nervous. Definitely, I had that all under control. Definitely, no sweat here, no worries here. But hey, third boss down. I guess third boss in terms of order of defeating them. But what is that? Like the 10th boss or something? I can't remember what the technical order would be if you were to rank what bosses they expect you to beat in the order of. That feels good though. That makes me feel more prepared for this part of the environment, knowing that I can still beat that harder boss. Nope, come on, but third one. Yep, there it is. Hey. Ooh, god, yeah, that's. Watch, the environment of all things is going to be the thing that kills me first. Oh, this sound design in this game is so good. All the little things they do, the little transitions and the little both auditorial and visual motifs they do to like transition you between areas is so good. I love the way they draw the leaves and like green path in this game. Like this area is so beautiful. Someday, I'm gonna have to sit down and make my own, like, mini Metroidvania. Make a video documenting my game dev experience with it. It's just a fun little toe dip into the genre, because I love it so much. And yeah, still deathless. Still deathless. Kind of got through the first pass of, what's it called? Crossroads. Without any deaths. Yeah, no, nothing up there. I know this area, like Green Path especially, has quite a few little hidden things that you can find. A lot of little shadowed areas. Alright, yes, no map. But I believe this is close to where the bench. Go ahead and rest. Update my map a little bit. And start working my way through here. Wait, is there? Nah, there's nothing up there probably. Oh, whoa. There she is. Seeing her for the first time here. Oh, and she's gone. Okay, well. Now, in some areas, with bits of others, you get close, like mushrooms in some places and CO2s. Oh, yeah. I love those the little visual transitions where you can see little bits of each environment kind of bleeding in. Or like some areas, like there's that little space in between Green Path and Forgotten Crossroads that is like a complete mix of both of their colors and their looks to then act as an entire hallway of transition. And then plenty of other little areas where, for like the Fog Canyon, you'll see bubbles around, or the Queen's Garden, you'll see more pretty big-looking plants. Oh, there you go. Pretty and big being two different describing words, I guess, in that context. And all that sort of stuff. Alright. Yes, yeah, I knew there was one over here. I remember not as clearly, but I know there's a good path to take in terms of working your way around and getting out of this area and clearing it out efficiently. Oh, yep. First time seeing those guys. Squashed. Squished. Swooshed. Squashed. Oh. That was too close. Wrong way, you idiot. Oh, come on, there we go. this little area for the map I've got down pretty quickly.
The hymn noise.
I say that as if that's any sort of achievement, really. Oh, really? I mean, I guess that makes sense. For a lot of those little areas where, like, the idea is that your hindrance from getting through an area is just a little, your jump is a little too short, or you can't quite get up there, you can't quite reach. I guess it would make sense that there would be a lot of skips for those kinds of spots. Man, how would you do that? I don't know. Impressive, though. Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in most wonderful ways. I've done my best to track the area ahead, though I must admit some of the area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. Thank you for that. Alright, I believe there is a quote-unquote skip you can kind of do of this area. Yeah, normally, what I would normally end up doing is just wait until I get the dash, and then you come back here, and then you can get up here. But instead, you can just cut that down and get this grub instantly. Not really a skip, I guess. It was built into the game, so I don't think that qualifies as one. But it's an option. A little secret thing, I guess. I'm gonna make sure and cut that down. Oh, that one's alright. A little hint at the thorny, toothy little things here for this little tight entrance to kind of hint at the beast man, whatever his name is. The hunter, right, that's his name. Sounds like you should lay off the cigarettes, maybe. But might as well go ahead and grab this. Thank you, bud. Alright. It should just pretty much be a drop down here. And a couple more of those spikes. Yes, there we go. I knew there was a grub right over there. Oh, got another guy. Didn't want to knock myself off the platform by hitting you. I remember these little guys, these little mosquito things were quite the nuisance for me early on, but now they're not that bad. It's those aspids and primal aspids that you really have to look out for. Once you see those later on. Oh, I forgot there wasn't a platform there. Ooh. Oh yeah, that would be cool. If you got to fight the hunter, that would be so cool. Like, maybe you finish off his notebook, or you like get it 90% of the way or something, and you bring it back to him, and he's like, "Well, it looks like you're a worthy opponent in my eyes," or something. And then you fight, you defeat him, and he like takes a knee, and he like, I mean, either he dies because he wouldn't accept surrender, or he would just surrender, just so you can keep him in the game for the rest of the notes that you need to unlock. But yeah, that would be cool. I wonder if there'll be a boss like that in SILKSONG. Some character that gives you some kind of quest, something you do, and once you complete it, it unlocks the boss fight, and it's them. It's a pretty simple setup, probably. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I was gonna ask, do we know for sure whether or not SILKSONG is a sequel or a prequel? Because I feel like I'm constantly seeing and hearing contradictory things about that. And I'm not quite sure what to believe at this point. Because on one hand, if it's a prequel, you know, that would fit really well into the first game, just in terms of, like, not having to worry about the endings. Because I know there was a whole thing where when you got one of the endings for Hollow Knight, this game, Team Cherry didn't want it to feel like... no, God, I'm getting my words all mixed up. No, Team Cherry said that they wanted every ending to be equally possible, but I don't know if they've like changed their mind on that now. Because if the whole idea is that every ending is equally canon, that it's purely dependent on the player, then SILKSONG couldn't be a sequel because in one of the endings, Hornet dies. Spoiler warning, I guess, for this, what, like 16-year-old game or something? Probably not that old, still. But, come on, man. These guys are a little frustrating. Not because they're difficult, just because they're a little tedious. But yeah, but I mean, if they did decide to just choose one ending and go with that one, then it could easily be a sequel. But if it isn't, if all endings are supposed to be canon, then SILKSONG would need to be a prequel. I believe that's where this is. CS, I guess, technically, right? Yeah. Before I go up there, though, I know there's something to do over here. Or at least something to map out over here. Oh, you just barely, you just barely reached that. I am interested to see, because I guess if SILKSONG is a prequel, then I assume that it would have to take place in some, like, in-between time, I guess. Like, maybe she's born, she's raised, she's trained in the beehives, and she's trained by whoever and wherever. And then at some point she would, like, leave on her own adventure, go see the new kingdom. Everything that happens in the game takes place. And then she would come back when the kingdom was just starting to fall apart or had fallen apart. And then everything in the game, in the first game, would then take place from there. But if it's a sequel, then I do wonder which ending they might go with. I mean, I know that, like, what people label as, like, the true ending is the standard third one where you and Hornet work together and you destroy the Radiance itself. Hornet gets out, the Radiance is killed, all the souls are left to rest. It feels the most like a proper ending, you know? So it makes sense that that's the one that people latch onto, but I don't know if it's actually officially named the true ending. If it is labeled the true ending, then that's a pretty open-shut case. That's it. That's the one they would go with, and therefore SILKSONG could easily be a sequel. But if it's not officially labeled as any kind of a true ending, then I guess all of them are still equally possible. Or equally not at all possible, by their own logic, if that makes any sense. No! Ah! Good. Almost got 1,000 geo already. Ah! Managed to miss every single little stand area. What is it? Stage? Platform? Platform, that's probably it. Oh, yes, I will. Aha. Now, what have I missed? I know that this second pillar, this, like, second tall column area, I haven't actually explored because it was locked from the bottom. I usually try to remember not to go up there whenever I'm first passing through because I don't want it to be marked on my map as filled in until I actually explore it properly first. But oh well. I'll be going through there not that long, so it's not going to be incorrect for very long. Oh, yeah. Thanks, bud. I'm interested to see what they'll do, though. Part of me, I mean, knowing that, I guess that's the other thing. I not always, but I do sometimes forget that SILKSONG was originally just supposed to be a DLC. You know, it wasn't intended to be a full-on sequel or like continuation of Hollow Knight. It was supposed to just be a DLC. But they expanded on it, and they got the funding for it, and everything went well, so they were able to turn it into its own whole game. But if it ultimately still holds on to its DLC roots, and the story is still kind of based on whatever they had originally, you know, as a DLC, then yeah, it would make sense that it would have had to have been a prequel, because otherwise, why would they have it? I mean, I guess technically they could have had a DLC that took place after the game, and if they had settled on this ending is the canon one, then they could have just built off of that and be like, where's Hornet now? And then it just continued. But I feel like more likely it would have been a DLC of just like, here's like what Hornet was up to before the Radiants started kicking up in the kingdom again and everything started going down. I don't know. I do think it would be really fun if we got to see a sequel, you know. If it was a sequel and actually took place after everything here, I do think that would be a lot of fun to see where things would go, see what happens to everyone after the fact. But at the same time, I know it's probably not going to be that. I mean, ultimately, all of these are like small beans. Ultimately, I am excited to see whatever SilkSong ends up being, because no matter what, it's going to be amazing. I'm just so excited for it. And I believe this is the little hallway room area that leads out to where Hornet was standing, so I gotta make sure I don't jump down there. Yeah. Just want to make sure I get that out. Oh, okay, well, that's what I get for looking at chat while I'm walking. We call separate games based on the Ooh, yeah, wow, that would be interesting. That would be a lot of work, but I think that would be pretty cool if they could like make a whole new game based on each of the possible endings, kind of seeing how that would go. It would be pretty complicated, and I do wonder what that would look like. It'd be a lot of game development. Be like, oh, finally, the final game completing this saga of all the different endings is out, and it's only been 60 years. Yeah. Say it, sequel? You're calling it sequel? Yeah. I don't know. I'm ultimately, no matter what it is, I'm going to enjoy it. But I do think if I had the if I did have any say, I would hope for sequel as opposed to prequel. Just because, you know, I mean, that's something that's always kind of, I've been a bit of a back and forth on with prequels, is that ultimately you know where the character ends up. And sometimes it can be cool to be like, okay, well, how did the character get there? But sometimes it can feel like, well, ultimately we know what kind of like mindset the character is going to end up in, and we know ultimately that mindset is going to be changed or this or that in the following medium. So sometimes it can feel more like, no, I'd rather just kind of see where they go from there. But again, this is all small beans. Small beans. Not complaining. Just giving thoughts about the idea of prequels and sequels in general. Some extra blood. I could go over to the fire right now, but I think instead... Wait, no, I can't. Right, I remember, I have to go this way. Never mind, I'm saving myself a short little trip. Oh, man. Oh, that was quick. I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to remember how this guy fights, but I guess not. I mean, I'm gonna see more of him in the future, but, you know, for the first encounter, it's the only one that's really a required kill, so I'm sure I'll be fine. Checking out the end of the Godhome ending. Huh. The ending of Godhome ending. The Godhome ending, if I remember correctly, so I know the whole the Godhome DLC gave us two new endings. One where the like sort of like the Shade Beast, the God of the Void, kind of was remanifested through the night and escaped out of the mind and body of the Godhome creature inside the slums. And then there was another one where you were was given the Pale Rose and it died. But then, like, the very, very ending, you see Hornet is at the Temple of the Black Egg waiting for you, and then you see all the infection dies, and then the knight, cleared of infection, comes out. Which that was interesting. I was so curious where that would then lead. But then I guess we do see the first trailer of Silksong. We see she's being taken by someone somewhere. We don't necessarily know. I don't necessarily think it looked like she wanted to be there. So yeah, probably kidnapped. But I guess some of this might be confirmed or not in the first demo, which I never played just because I wanted to go into actual gameplay of the game blind. And now I'm just saying a string of consciousness out loud. But yeah, that's kind of all this is. Just thinking out loud, figuring out how things may or may not be. It was interesting. I did wonder about that because that whole God Home ending was such like a big, such a big thing to happen, and I guess I don't know. I never really considered if that one would be the canon ending or not, or either of those. I mean, I guess those ones do feel the most ripe for some kind of sequel event to take place, since they're the ones that leave off with something starting but not happening. But still, I don't know. Ultimately, if it hasn't already been said or confirmed somewhere, I guess we'll probably just have to wait and see. Oh, dang it. I know I can, like, pogo off of you a bit at least. Oh, dang it. I'm supposed to jump there. There we go. Missed. Dang it, why are you doing that trick whenever I can? Yep, there we go. But it's costing me attack. God, no! Okay, no, this is too much. I'm not gonna risk trying to do something cool just to die to this thing. Alright, Zod, I don't need to talk to you. You'll get up, you're fine, you're just a crotchety old man. Whee. And yep, that's another boss down. Now oh god. Why did I turn around? I shouldn't have. I should have just attacked you. Hail and survive. I think. Is this? No, this is the little secret area with the note. The permissions unlocked from the dream. What are the lands? We're now shall wait patient for the call to return. Yep. The call of Un? Is it Un? Is that the name of their god? I forget what it's. I forget their name, but the giant slug god that created Green Path and all the people who live here, supposedly. Dang. Come on! You attack so much quicker than I remember. Oh god. There we go. Okay, jeez. I guess I do need to kill these guys over here if I want to get that extra pocket of Geo. Oh, dang it. I thought I could parry you. Man, the parry window is so tight in this game, listen. That's something I was never able to fully perfect, is intentionally and successfully going for parries. There we go. Now that way is open. But I believe... Oh, God. No. Thanks, bud. Oh, come on. I need the soul off of you. I need your soul. Right. Oh, right, yes. I guess I should probably go down here first. Just to go ahead and get the stag station unlocked, get my position saved in case I do die, but I shouldn't. I've done this fight enough. I can know what I'm doing here. I've already pretty much got enough for the Lumiflare lantern whenever I need to go over to Crystal Peaks and all that. I remember seeing the cost of that lantern the first time I played Hollow Knight and was just like, oh my god, how am I going to save up for that? And then you kind of find out, oh yeah, if you just kind of play the game and wait until you need it instead of trying to buy it as soon as possible, you'll realize that you'll kind of get what you need as you go. Also, I'm pretty sure I know a trick to start the fight early. Oh, yep. Oh god, yep, I should have seen. I'm gonna heal first. Oh god, yep, I knew that. I saw it coming in. As soon as I tried jumping. I probably should have taken that chance to heal just in case. Ah, man. Okay, now I'm gonna heal. There we go. Sorry, I didn't... I really wanted to see if I would be able to start your fight early, Hornet, so we kind of missed your first dialogue bit, but we know what you say. We've all played this game plenty of times. Yeah, speedrun tactics. I know just a couple. Trigger. What it seeks to break the seal, they cannot be broken. They must be undone. Let us sleep, little shadow. Return to your darkness. Allow us our rest. Ow. I've never gotten the speedrun advancements where you beat the game in 5 hours to get 100% as well. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think I have. I have managed to play through the game pretty quickly in several instances, but I don't know if I've beaten it quite that quick. Also, I feel like I need to remap that button a little bit. I feel like, usually for me at least, that's bumper, isn't it? Dash is right trigger. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make that quick cast. I guess I don't really need... I'm so used to just holding B or pressing B for focus and cast, so I probably don't need that. Quick map, super dash. Yeah, okay. I think... Yeah, that feels more natural for me. Oh wait, can't go back quite yet. Gotta head over this way first. Now we've got the dash, so we can absolutely go for it. Yeah, you keep watching, bud. I won't attack you. A Hollow Knight TAS before. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. Which I just feel like an idiot. I'm missing all these terms. Like I'm like, but I do watch quite a bit of Hollow Knight content, so there's a good chance that I've seen what you're referring to, and I just don't know, and I don't like recognize it or whatever. Oh yes, also Quoro. Get your second little bit of dialogue. Ah, hello there. Seems we both tread far from the path. I can hardly believe those dusty old little highways lead to such a lush and lively place. This building suggests some form of worship, though this idol has clearly been long forgotten. It doubles equally well in moments for spite. Yep. But of course. Tool assist speedrun. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Which is a script that runs the game as fast as possible. Huh. I think I have. I have seen some clips of people who will get into the game, skip all the cutscenes, and then can somehow go from falling at the very beginning down that tall tunnel to just glitching sideways and jumping into the final boss or something. If that's... I would have to assume that that's gotta be this way something. Or, oh, wait, oh, no, I think... Oh, you're talking about those programs where it's like Hollow Knight played by a computer, and they're like all their inputs are frame perfect, literally as fast as you could possibly play the game, like inhumanly perfect. Okay, that I have seen those. Like you just unlocked that memory for me. Yeah, those are a lot of fun. I know I saw one by, was it Mossbag or there's Mossbag and there's another big Hollow Knight YouTuber that if you watch Hollow Knight content, you probably watched them, where they did a similar one where they used one of those like machine ran speed runs where the point was to kill everything but not collect a single piece of geo, and the machine was able to just perfectly frame perfect jump in between in and out, weave and go. Oh god, yeah, those are insane. Those are inhuman. I guess before I leave, I should go down and unlock this area first. I believe, yeah, it's just like straight down from where I am here. Oh, wait. I should go this way first. To get the extra little thing. There we go. With the thing of geo, that is. There we go. Get that opened up. Ow. Now, which one was it? Let me check. Oh, right. I'm missing a third path. That's what it is. I knew that there was something else missing. Because there's another path I have to go to get the thorn whip charm, or whatever it's called. Probably not the right term, but oh well. Oh god, that was dumb. Why did I do that? I saw him there, was like, oh, I should get above him. Well, I guess to get above him, I should just dash straight in his direction. Surely I'll end up above him after that, right? No, not right. Wrong, even. I do believe so. I've played a couple of Metroidvania-esque games. I always get a little mixed up on what qualifies as a Metroidvania, but I know the general idea. You know, it's a big open-world map with a series of areas that you unlock through gaining abilities and keys, like a key and door ability, like locked by kind of path situation thing. That you I'm sure you understand. Not a very clear explanation, but I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, this game was sort of my introduction to the like Metroidvania genre, and I fell in love as soon as I saw it. I have watched plenty of videos about people talking about them, seeing devlogs of people that are making Metroidvanias, also as indie game developers, which is just super inspiring. And then also seeing more and more people like review different kinds of Metroidvania games. It's so popular. I know that the original Metroidvania was Metro something. It was a Metro game. Metroid, that's the term. Metroid game. And I do always wonder, like, what... I feel like sometimes it seems like the lines between just an open world game and specifically a Metroidvania get a little mixed sometimes. Like you wouldn't call Red Dead 2 a Metroidvania. That's just like an open world game, clearly. But then there are some games that have similar systems of like, oh, you can't access this part of the world until you gain this thing or something, or like do this mission. But it's like, is that the same? Is that the same as a Metroidvania? Okay, maybe I should lock in for a sec, just so I don't die stupidly here of all places. Oh god, no. There we go. Next charm. Might wear it at some point, but probably not for a while, all things considered. Alright, that was that last little thing, I believe. So, oh, right, I know where I need to go next. I need to go down and over. Right? Yeah. Down and over. There's the down area. Oh, well, okay. How many times have I done that already? How many times have I done that playing this game in general? Just absent-mindedly walked off a platform into acid or spikes or void or any other number of things. Oh god, that was I knew that was gonna happen. I still did. It's like my brain works slower than my hands. My hands work faster than my brain. I'll realize something and realize, oh no, I shouldn't do that thing, as I'm already in the act of doing it. I guess that's just a skill to work on. Very important skill for these kinds of games. Ah, yes. Please, someone, spare me a tear. I can't take the acid anymore. It's crushing. It's devastating. Alright, right down here. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, normally I probably would have come here first and then stopped whenever I was... Well, not stopped, but I would stop when coming across an area that I could no longer pass, but I guess since I went ahead and did the Hornet Phase 1 fight first, I can just kind of go all the way through here without having to worry about being stopped. If I'm remembering it correctly. Thanks, bud. See, yeah, look at this. These little transitional moments where you can tell that you're about to go into something different, where, like, whenever you're over here, you kind of hear that green path music really loud, and you see the little hints of bubbles, but it's still green. And then you go over here, the screen switches to, like, this whitish blue, and the music gets real quiet, and you start to hear the little dum-dum-dum kind of popping up. Ah, it's so good. So many little touches that help make this world feel like one big place, despite having such distinct zones, you know? Zones, quote-unquote. I'm talking about it like it's a neighborhood or something. No, wait, where? No. Right, this way. Ah! Come on, bud. Right. This is that little natural lock where you're not supposed to get past here until you have the dash. And then I believe this area has a dodo. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like they must. It's such a big detail in this game that looks so good and works so well for the visual style. They've got to keep it in Silksong, you know. If anything, it'll probably be even more detailed and even better. I know that there's a way to kind of cheese this boss fight where you can basically just lock it into constant attacks, but I'm not sure. Well, there's one option. Okay, yeah. That was unsurprisingly, but still somewhat crazily simple. Or whatever. You get what I'm saying. But that's another one down still. Still counts as a boss fight. I'm still gonna add it to the tally. If it happened where I fall off something that I was down to try to fix the situation. Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, I've heard people talk about that. I've heard those kinds of claims, you know, people talk about you see your life flash before your eyes, or everything seems to move in slow motion whenever you're in a life-threatening situation or something big happens. Oh, I knew there was something like this over here. Come on, I don't want to spend soul on killing you. There you go. Thanks, bud. Oh yes, nothing quite as terrifying as the charge of a ball of moss. Truly a nightmare beyond comprehension. Ah, no, but where's the tear? Give me the tear. Alright, so much geo. I can afford that lantern and then some. And then some. Oh, no! Don't you dare. As long as I'm not stupid about this and die out of nowhere. Oh yes, pet the moss. Pet the moss. That's all it wants. Turns out the moss balls aren't even infected. All they want is just pets to feel loved and appreciated. Oh, I keep forgetting I have the dash now. Just use that. Oh, right, okay, I'm remembering this area. Maybe I shouldn't even go over here. Nah, probably not. I know I'm gonna hit a wall with the whatchamacallit, claw, mantis claw, so I might as well just leave and come back here when I can actually get through that area. I believe that's it for this area now. Now green path is what is it called? Anyways, the first pass of green path is done. You're a little bit of easy soul. Oh, wait, no. Do I gain soul for you? Yeah, probably not. Yeah, no soul. Either way, there's bench right over here, so it doesn't matter. And voila, there we go. Alright. Okay, all those areas marked. Ooh, right. Because it's not an incomplete part of the map, I'm going to go ahead and add a mark there. Tell myself that I haven't done that soul fight, which obviously I haven't. I don't have the lantern, nor do I have the dream nail. Oh, come on. Just a little short. Which makes sense for me. Right, so where should I go? Where am I going? I do have... Okay, yeah, I know where I'm going. I have the dash now, so that means that I can get up and fight near the Howling Cliffs. I can't get into the Howling Cliffs because I don't have the Mantis Claw, but I can do that little double mollusk fight where you can get the mollusk shell. Wait, mollusk? No, they're not mollusks. Whatever they're called. Oh, I thought you were both dead. You know, there's that little entrance area where you can unlock a little shortcut to the Howling Cliffs once you have the Mantis Claw. But before that, you can get up there with the dash and you can unlock the chests, get all that stuff. Alright, yeah, left.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This leads up. So then this should be where? Am I where I think I am? Probably not. And I haven't gotten lost in this game in so long. There's no way I'm lost. I can't be. I've been through here so many times. Alright. This game does do a good job at giving you very memorable landmarks and areas, even in ones that ultimately don't have like a change in the plot of the game or any like crazy significant things happen. Just nice little landmarks that kind of tell you where you are in context of the map. Like this little room. Ultimately, this is mostly just here so you can recognize the little platform and construction area on your map, and therefore kind of orient yourself with the rest of the world. If you don't want to dedicate an entire charm slot to placing a marker anywhere on your map. Oh, come on. There we go. So I guess I don't know if this would be qualified as a boss fight. It's kind of just you're kind of just fighting two of an enemy that you fought before. I mean, I guess they're stronger than your average enemy, but still. Then, yes, this way. I feel like I probably could have taken a more effective or convenient path to this location, but now we're here anyway, so who cares? Just right up this way. I'll take you, Geo. if that's what you want to give me. Hey, finally killed enough of those little white bug things. I guess that's also a subconscious, what's it called? Subconscious benefit in my mind about taking the time to kill more and more of these little bug things, is that later on, whenever you start wanting to try to complete the mob book, you don't have to worry about going through and doing too much. Whee! Oh. Whee! There we go. Little trick. If you stand over on one side, you can kind of force one of them to stay closed and only fight them one at a time. It's a little restrictive because you can only walk around so much in the area where they won't wake up, but it makes this fight a million times easier. Oh, dang it. You're lucky I have blue hearts to spare. Come on, give me your children. Give me the child. And you're dead. See, that way. Can't get up that way yet, but I will eventually. Boulder shell. I guess that's what they are. They're boulders. Unless Boulder's the name of someone who killed these guys a lot. But, who knows. Probably Team Cherry. And most people aside from me. Anyone with a brain, I imagine. Oh, there I go. Not what I meant to do, but I'll accept it. Nah, I'll just go straight around here. I think now we go back to Dirtmouth. I go say hi to Grandpa and get my hands on more Geo for collecting his children for him. Just a little bit more. And then I find out what all I need to buy. Probably most definitely starting out with the the lantern. Regardless of whether I full on need it right now. Oh god, wrong area. Sorry, bud. Didn't mean to disturb you. Promise, I didn't mean to interrupt. Went one too far down. Wait, did I? Oh no, I'm an idiot. I didn't go one down far enough. Here we go. Right? No, oh god, I keep forgetting the stag stations. I don't have the pins for them yet, and usually my knee-jerk reaction is to look for those. God, okay, it was a little embarrassing, but we did it. We're here. Now, the first passive green path is done. Hey, buddy. Okay, so we're gonna go to Dirtmouth, just so we can get as close to the grub location as quickly as possible. That way I can just maximize as much Geo as I can have right now. I mean, I have the Geo for it, so I'll be most definitely... hey, Zodes. Hey, buddy. We're just gonna move on. Hey, Tisa, I'll talk to you. Pale thing, you wear that nail with ease. If you're in search of combat, you'll find no greater warrior in these decaying world. In this decaying world. I've heard an arena exists somewhere below, one built for our like. Meet me there and we'll test what skills you possess. God, I can't talk and stream at the same time. It's just, I guess also the game is using slightly fancy language, I guess. Quote unquote fancy. It's just normal language, whatever. Either way, I'll use any excuse to explain my bad grammar. I'll be heading down soon. Come and find me if you dare. Well, I will. Just not the place you think. Hey, little bugs. Sorry, little bugs. Man, I'm so glad I made this new little avatar guy for the Hollow Knight content. I love Hollow Knight so much. I love its aesthetic. I love the style of these little guys. Hey, bud. Oh, right, yes. It's the first mask shard, I believe. Right, I did need this. Right, right. Okay, I remember what I need. Now that I have... now that I have the dash ability, I should go through and kind of do another once-over and collect the final two things that... Or not the final two things, I think I can only get one of these things. But get the final thing from here that I can now with the dash. That being this grub. Ah, God, I'm not paying attention. Ah, stop it. Please, I refuse to die like this. Oh yeah, we were robbed of a Tisa boss fight. It's kind of funny how much they build him up across the... And then they tease you in the Pantheon with him, and then he just gets sat on by a mollusk. God. What a way to go. Alright. So I got that one. I know there's like a mask shard or something down here, but I can't get that until I have the Mantis Claw. Which I think is the next one. So I guess now it's time to make a decision whether I want to go to the... what is this? Whether I want to go to the Fungal Waste or the Crystal Peaks next. My knee-jerk reaction, and what I usually do, is go to the Fungal Waste, just because that's where I get the Mantis Claw, and that's the next big thing, and there's a whole lot, like, there's good boss fights there, you know, a whole lot of stuff. So I think that's probably where I'll end up going. Yeah, let me check something. Looks like chat's doing well. Looks like everything's doing well. Alright. Yeah, okay. So now I just need to head back up. Or, no, I guess I don't need to head back up. I need to head across and down. Or, well, I did just free that grub. I guess since I'm right here, I might as well get what I just got. I can't speak. Can't speak cleverly. I'll get what I got, I guess. I'll have what I have. I know. What do you mean? Come on, there you go. I mean, I do have the geo I would need for getting the lamp. And even if I'm not going to Crystal Peaks yet, maybe it would be smart to go up and buy it while I have the geo for it. One, so I don't risk losing it, and two, just so I just have it already on me. It kind of simplifies the process a little bit. Why not? Ow. Not paying attention where I walk again. And he's gone. Went down below, I presume. Wait. No, yes. This guy sells it. Thanks, bud. Right, well, okay. I was gonna say it would just be faster to run down from the top, but I realized no, I should take the tram, or not tram, Stagway Station, to the Forgotten Crossroads. Ah, here you are, bud. Pale thing, you use these old lines? Pathetic. A real warrior carries himself to combat. He has no need for such convenience. Yep, I'm sure that's the case, bud. Alright. So that's... Oh, wait, no. Okay. Just a minute, everybody. I realized there's something I should probably do. I need to go buy some of those marks for the map, since I still have a little bit of geo to do it. It's not that, like, I don't need them. It's not like a huge deal. But it is a small convenience thing where I want to be able to open up the map and immediately identify where I need to go to or come from. Yeah. Just for simplicity's sake. Don't want to spend too much time on stream just getting lost, going back and forth. You know, like I am now. So I just want to buy the pins for those, and probably the next batch of shell pins, just because I know that's exponentially gonna be needed more and more. So now we can head down through to the crossroads and into our favorite mushroom-filled biohazard. Oh, God. Looked away for half a second, walked the wrong way. Make sure that's saved. And just down and across, I believe. Should be. Ah, I just realized I never made a post announcing that I was streaming. I probably should have done that. It would have been smart. As some of you may or may not have seen, I have been trying to up my YouTube posts, you know, just for community's sake, you know, try to keep people updated on what's going on, you know. I do have some social media outside of YouTube, but it's very inactive. And I know people don't look at community posts on YouTube that frequently, but it still seems like a small, simple way of telling people who care enough about what's going on, projects I'm working on, when videos release, and when I'm streaming. Not this time, though. Not this time. Too grateful. Hey, welcome to the stream. Good to see more people in chat. Hope you enjoyed your stay. You came in just as we're on our way to the fungal wastes. We're right here. We've done our first pass of Forgotten Crossroads and our first pass of Green Path, and now we're on to our first pass of the next area. And technically, this is kind of in the game where you reach the point where you could either choose to go to Fungal Wastes or Crystal Peaks, but I decided to go for the Fungal Wastes, just because I feel like getting the Mantis Claw early on feels a little bit more important than the Crystal Dash ability. Plus, I feel like we've already seen more things that are sort of unlocked via the Claw, as opposed to that dash. Ultimately, they're both going to get done, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but still. Just for making my own brain feel good. Ah! Again with the acid. I gotta look down more often. Oh, hey, yes, thanks. I keep forgetting to talk about it a little bit, but yeah, just today, before I had come up with the idea of like, oh, if I do stream Hollow Knight like I want to, and eventually I'm going to stream SILKSONG when it comes out, I really should make like a fun little Hollow Knight based sprite. And then today we saw the new release trailer by Team Cherry come out, and we found out the official release date was in just 2 weeks. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. So sat down, came up with this cute little avatar guy that I'm really happy with the result of. And here we are. Jumping on a stream. Oh yes, I remember you. You sell me the breakable charms. I don't really want to, but I might as well go ahead and start paying you off now, just so when I do want to get you later on, then I don't have to worry about it. The only thing you can get with a claw and crystal pieces dream. Yeah, that makes sense. Leg eater, man. Oh yeah, you might be right. Fury, you might be right. I didn't think about that. There are several places within Crystal Peaks. I guess, yeah, technically you can go into Crystal Peaks, but there's a lot you can't do there without the Mantis Claw first, so... Yeah, there we go. I don't need to justify my reasons. I got plenty of reasons to go to the fungal wastes first. Haha. Yes, Leg Eater is truly the character of all time. Right. Oh right, yes, I don't have a map. I'm trying to remember which way was. I should go this way first. It's the way that didn't have a sign pointing in the direction. Ah! There we go. If you you take care of one of them really quickly, then the other one is not really that much of a problem. Really, the biggest challenge is just trying to find a way to kill them at just the right time so you can like use your soul to kill them quickly, but then also still leave just enough hits that you can get most of your soul back. And hey, first charm notch. I gotta breakable strength with chance. Oh right, yeah. I remember that charm. That was definitely one of those early game ones that I clung on to for the longest time. I think generally speaking now. Oh wait, no. Oh no, I'm an idiot. I'm thinking of a different charm. Unbreakable strength, yeah, that one. I mean, I guess breakable strength, and then eventually you can turn it into unbreakable strength after the most insane grind for Geo in your life. But yeah, I remember that. That is a go-to. Late game, once you kind of like into, oh god, I got die already, Mushroom Man. Yeah, once you get to like the Pantheons or even just like the later fights, you've got to work on building up that geocache so that way you can go to the Grim Troop, turn your breakable charms unbreakable, and then you need that strength. But are you stuck? Okay, well, I guess he was. Never seen that before. Oh yeah. Yeah, those some of the mushroom guys. I don't think it's all of them, but I know some of the mushroom guys, instead of doing damage when you try to pogo them, you end up just bouncing off their heads. Specifically the big guys, I know that's the case. Most of the little guys you're fine to go ahead with, but yeah. I can't remember. I think it like a year. Oh yes, yes, I have beaten Hornet's first phase. Or I guess what, Gen 1 fight, or whatever it's called. Oh god, man. Come on. Okay, yeah, okay. For those guys, hitting their head does still do damage. I think the only fear is that because they're either going to dash to the side, in which case you're fine, but if they do that jump attack, then, ooh, it hits you real bad. Come on, Mushroom Bit. There we go. Oh, right, that's what I missed. I knew there was like some upper area that I had to unlock or something first. We need to head through this way. Oh, wait. How did I not see this earlier? I swear, I walked over here and was like, oh yeah, door. I guess I need to unlock it. Anyways, and then just left. Fun fact, when you die in God, home found your charms don't break because... Oh, I thought about that. I was wondering. I knew like there was like the whole it's like a dream or something, so the rules are different. But I never really thought about what that would entail entirely. Wow, that makes sense. That's that's good to know. I guess yeah. That'll save a lot of time for a lot of things. As long as you can get away with all the boss fights before God Home, then you can just get there and use those charms as much as you want. I am curious. In chat, you guys can let me know whether or not this is the case, but because the whole God Home thing, it being a dream, not actually, like, real technically, if you're playing Steel Soul mode and you get to God Home and you die in the boss fight, does that still count as a death and therefore delete your save file? And, like, you lose the game? Or do you just get woken up? Because, I mean, on one hand... thank God that platform was there. Because on one hand, I could see the whole point of the Steel Soul mode is that you can't die at all, so it would make sense if they were like, oh no, yeah, we still count as death. But logistically and lore-wise, it does kind of break the whole it's just a dream rule. But I guess it's the difference of like whether they want to prioritize game immersion or game mechanics. That's such a suggestion. You should play a Souls game. It's a really fun and enjoyable gameplay. Oh yeah, Souls. I do know that Hollow Knight gets compared to like a Dark Souls a lot, and it's funny. I don't think I've played a single actual Souls game. I think I've played a little bit of Elden Ring on my brother's computer, but like that was only for like 10 minutes. But the games do seem really enjoyable. Like and like really up my alley. I really should sit down and play them. Hell, maybe I'll make a whole series out of it. Live stream myself playing through all of the Souls games. That could be fun. Oh, you just wake up. Okay, wow, that's really forgiving. I guess, yeah, that does sound nice, because, I mean, the whole point of Still Soul mode is to beat the game without dying, but at the same time, if you manage to survive in Still Soul mode all the way to Godhome, and you get to those Pantheons, I think you deserve a little bit of a break in terms of not having to worry as much about your death. Alright, if I remember correctly, this should just lead me straight down to Cornifer. I do remember this area is locked, I believe, just past where he sits. And I guess that's sort of where the paths diverge at the very top, as they lead one to Cornifer and the other lead... Oh, right. I should have gone the other way, because if I went the other way, I'd be able to unlock this door. Oh, God, I knew there was a reason I... Ah, man, oh well. I'll have to head back through there anyways. It's not a huge deal. At least I've got the map now. My favorite game in general, right now, honestly, is probably Hollow Knight. But I feel like Hollow Knight is the safest bet for me to say. I don't know. If it isn't my favorite, it's at least like top 5, top 3 even. But I feel like my knee-jerk reaction of saying that Hollow Knight is my favorite game of all time is probably correct. But it's also up there with like Red Dead Redemption 2. I think is definitely either in my top 3 or top 5 as well. Alongside something else. I know there's something else I can think of that's just not coming to mind immediately. I guess it's not really a game, but more of a franchise as a whole. But probably the entirety of the entirety of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, all rolled into a single project, would definitely be considered up there. Oh, my least favorite game of all time. If we're talking like games that I absolutely hate, do not play, absolutely hate. What would that be? My least favorite game of all time. That's funny. That's a little more tricky. I mean, I've played a decent amount of like random asset flips type like indie games in my own time, or games that I thought would maybe make for a fun video, but end up not being. But I don't know. Indie games feel like they're in their own kind of category. I don't think I'd classify one of those. If we're limiting to like games, then what would it be? I don't know. I guess that's the thing. I can't really think of a lot of games that I really dislike, just because when I play a game, if I don't like it, my brain just like erases it from my memory. I've noticed. Same with movies. Whenever I try to think of movies that are like, oh, what's a movie that you hate or you don't like? I usually can't think of one, because whenever I watch a movie or play a game that I don't like or isn't for me, my brain basically just shuts itself off and just forgets about it. So then in my mind, when I think about it, it's like, oh, I like every game that I played, but I can only remember like half the games I played or something like that. But yeah, the absolute just like trash pile, god-awful trash game. Just in general. I could be a little funny about it. No, I should be honest. What would it be? What would it be? I mean, not for the reasons that you would think, but probably something like, I don't know, Overwatch 2 or something. Now, let me clarify. Overwatch is honestly really fun. I really enjoy it. And Overwatch 2 as a game, and like its loop and its characters and its combat and stuff, I can enjoy, and I like it. But more from like a business side of things, and what Overwatch 2 was supposed to be compared to what it ended up being, is just absolute nonsense. It was a complete betrayal of everything, which is, I think, why Overwatch 2 is on Steam considered one of the most like overwhelmingly negatively hated games. like all time in terms of ratings on Steam. And not because the game itself is broken or doesn't work or isn't fun to some people, but because of what it was supposed to be versus what it became. Oh, Life is Strange. I think I remember. Is that the game about the? I think the first one is that the one about the two schoolgirls where one of them has the ability to like rewind time, or is that something else? Oh god, I was looking at chat, I wasn't paying attention. I think I remember that. If that is the game that I'm thinking of, the Life is Strange one, with the whole time reversal thing. I remember seeing that game when it was coming out and seeing people play through it, and it seemed like a fine game for most of it, but if I remember the ending correctly, I'm pretty sure the ending was like absolute garbage. I think that was, I guess, spoiler warning for anyone in chat, I guess, just in case, real quick. 3, 2, 1. If I'm not mistaken, the ending was the choice between either letting your friend die or letting the entire town die, and it kind of just came out of nowhere with this whole storm subplot or something. Is that right? I don't know. Ultimately, the ending was just so anticlimactic, and it was over before you even knew it. Yeah. That's it. That's what it was. The whole game had this whole build-up of like these powers and how they're affecting you, and this story about this like killer, I think it was, or some like guy in the school. And then towards the end, it turns out that I guess you using your powers was summoning a giant hurricane that was coming through and was going to destroy the town. And so you either had to choose to go back in time and let your best friend be murdered in school and lose your powers, or you let the hurricane tear through the town, destroying it, killing every other character, and then you just drive away and that's it. I believe that's it. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I feel like sticks in my head as what the endings were, and it was so out of left field and so much of like a what to the entire story that whenever I saw that there were like Life is Strange like sequels coming out, I was like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna check those out. Oh god, well, I forgot that could still me. Okay. Oh, wait a second, I probably shouldn't be mindlessly exploring Fog Canyon now that I think about it. I don't have anything of what I need to get through here, so I should probably just head back to the fungal wastes. Okay, yeah. Back to the Queen Station. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. You're reminding me more and more of that. While Overwatch 2 was hated because of the company side of things and how they just completely under-delivered everything. They just completely changed their minds on what the game was when it finally released after all the support they got. Ultimately, you can still just see it as a game and be like, oh, some people just like the game as it is and that's whatever. But Life is Strange is all about this story and has all this stuff going on, this in-depth world and these powers and everything. And then it's just, oh, storm, bye, that's it. What are similar examples? I can't really think much beyond that. Those are like pretty much the only two games that really come to mind as games that I've seen or played or whatever that have been really disliked. Other than like, I guess not qualifying like trashware game kind of type situations. Oh, but that does remind me, I guess as sort of an official answer above everything else, I forget what it's called, but some company got a license somehow to make an Avatar game based on Avatar: The Last Airbender. And it was just the worst thing in the world. It looks like a 2005 game more than anything, and it sucked. I don't know, I can't remember its name for the life of me just because the game is so forgettable and so poorly made. I wouldn't wish anyone to play that game. Oh, Until Dawn, that's an interesting one. I haven't really thought about those games in so long. I remember when Until Dawn originally came out, it was such a big thing, and I remember seeing it, and it was like, oh, this is crazy, all the stuff that's going on. And then the studio kept making those games, but I feel like with every new release that studio made, the games were just recognized less and less, and the stories made less and less sense, and the games were made less and less polished. And I mean, even, yeah, looking back at Until Dawn, I definitely have some serious gripes with how the story played out in a lot of instances. Man, how did... It's funny. We initially bring up the topic of trying to like talk about games that we love, and then we're like, oh yeah, why not we talk about games we dislike? And it's so weird how it seems to feel so much easier to just talk trash on bad games than it is to joyfully talk about good games sometimes. Which I mean, I guess is a pretty common pattern in the world with people in general. Oh, what the? My controller stopped working there for a sec. That got me real worried. Yeah, I've always been big on games that can capture a good story and also have some good gameplay. There are instances, you know, like Red Dead. I will say Red Dead Redemption 2 is an example of a game that's very cinematic and puts a lot of emphasis on the story, a lot of cutscenes, a lot of that kind of stuff. And some of the gameplay can be a little repetitive and simple. The story is just so engaging, and like the world that they build and like the realism of it is so appealing and so well done that I just enjoy it so much. But then at the same time, I do feel like we do kind of end up in situations like we are now, where like everyone compares everything to Red Dead Redemption 2 purely for like realism's sake. Where like kind of a problem with modern AAA games right now is that it seems like they're so much more focused on trying to create the absolute most realistic game possible that they kind of forget about needing to make an interesting game first. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is a good example of a game that it benefits from having as much realism as it does, and it works well for the game. But not every game needs to be Red Dead Redemption 2, you know, in terms of its realism or everything, you know. Different games need to prioritize different things depending on what they are, what type of mood or vibe they're going for, you know. And that's kind of what I'm really interested to see how GTA 6 ends up being received once it comes out, because I will admit the graphics of like the first gameplay trailers and like cutscene trailers for GTA 6 are insane. Like the way that game, like there's so much detail, so much in-depth little like bits here and there, you know, so many little things, and that's cool to see. But at the same time, how much time did they put into the actual gameplay of the game, you know? I mean, no matter what, that game's gonna make like $1 trillion or some insane bullshit or whatever. Oh, sorry about that. But I don't know. I'm interested to see what the actual gameplay of the game looks like. I'm interested to find out how the realistic bubble fizzles inside of your beer are going to affect your ability to, and affect your running mechanics, you know, or whatever. Okay. Anyways, more importantly, Cloth. Finally, one of the best characters in the game, in my opinion. Yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying there. It's just, it feels like in the modern age especially, it's so much easier to just talk trash on bad games and pick apart every little detail. But whenever you hear about a good game, it's like, oh, you know, all the usual things. It does everything correctly, so it's kind of hard to dive into it. I mean, you still can, and I think it is important to dive into why good games or good like media is considered good and what makes it good. But at the same time, people just love to hear about why something is bad more than they love to hear why something is good. Let's go, Cloth. Aha, the tiny steps of a tiny creature. You got the look of an adventurer, so we've much in common. Searching for dangerous places, eh? Well, you're on the right track. A long-necked critter warned me of a tribe deeper down. Warrior sort, so she says I'm itching for some serious... Wait. Warrior sorts, so she says I'm itching for some serious combat. Okay, there we Cloth. I believe Cloth's design was actually inspired off of a supporter of the game. Because I know whenever Hollow Knight was coming out, they had, I believe, like a Kickstarter? Or they had some sort of, like, fundraiser thing going on where they were raising money for the game. And I believe one of the highest benefits was if you donated a certain amount to the game, then you would get to put your own design character in. And Cloth was based on one of those designs from a supporter, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, damn. Which, you know, that would be cool to have. Oh, there she is again. Haha. I probably shouldn't go in there yet, because I don't want that area marked on my map when I know that I'm not going to be able to... I'm not going to be able to get across until I get the Mantis Claw. Just for clarity's sake, for my own end, whenever I'm looking back on the map of where I need to and have enough fun to. Oh, now you're dead. Oh. Oh! Thank God for iframes. Oh god. Don't kill me yet. If I remember correctly, yeah, this leads to where I was before. Wait. Oh, no, yes it does. I just need to hit through here first. It's so nice to finally get a really good look at the art for this game. So much more up close on my proper, like, high quality monitor. I mean, I already knew the game was beautiful and knew the gist of everything, but still, to see it real up close now is really nice. Ah, God. Oh, right, I can just... most efficient soul blast you'll ever use in this game. You're pretty little one. And I can't believe 2 weeks. Just 2 more weeks and Silksong will be out. Like 7 years worth of development and waiting is about to come to an end. At the beginning of next month, and everything is going to change. Everything will be different from here on out because of it. Oh, hey, yeah, no worries. See you in a bit. You gotta pop out the stream for a bit. There's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate anyone who can stay for any amount of time. And when you gotta go, sometimes you just gotta go. Whether or not you'll be back. Alright. Seriously, though, yeah. Love the support. You guys popping in, sticking around for the live streams, whether or not you chat or anything, you know, even if you're just a silent lurker. It's great to have you guys here. Very helpful. Still struggling to try to get my channel monetized, that way I can justify doing more YouTube stuff, but, you know, these live streams help a lot, which is why I should really try to prioritize finding the time to do them more often, you know. It would be a real big benefit for that. Who knows? If I get a few more videos to do as well as the last couple of animations I posted do, then maybe it won't be so long before I do get things monetized. Ah, God. I do wonder. Cloth did say that a long-necked bug told her that she had to be careful around here. And assuming, I mean, pretty much one of the only real long-necked bugs we see are the mantises, it would have to have been a mantis. But considering the mantises only, they only respect people who can prove themselves in combat, I would have to assume that that means Cloth herself has also proven herself to the mantis tribe in combat. Which is an interesting little thing to think about. I mean, it kind of makes sense. She's big, she's strong, she knows what she's doing, she's a warrior, she's been around for a while. That would be a fun little thing to see. Who knows, maybe we'll see someone animate that at some point. That'd be a fun little project. Ah, dang it, forgot, I don't have my disappearing whooshy whoosh ability with my cloak yet. I actually do. Oh god, man, I'm gonna need some water soon. But yeah, I do have a headset. I have a Gen 2 Oculus, I believe is what it is. Oh god, fighting them in those closed quarters where you can't get over them is so much more difficult. There we go. Just trees it a little. That's all you need. But yeah, I do have a VR headset. It's a second gen Oculus. So not the most powerful thing in the world, but mostly wireless when I want to play when it's dead. Yes. But either way, it's pretty good. It's a lot of fun. I'd probably say my most played VR game is definitely Saints and Sinners: The Walking Dead. There's something about that VR game that just ticks every box for me when it comes to VR games for some reason. I love its its bits of actual physics. You know, is that the word? I don't know. Yeah, you kind of know how Boneworks has this whole system where it tries to be as realistic as possible. It has realistic physics and everything. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners VR game has something similar, where they try to do the same kind of idea, but they don't go as hard as Boneworks does, which is for the best, really. Boneworks works best as a game that you play to feel like, you gotta actually do everything realistically, you've gotta be careful, think about the physics. But The Walking Dead is ultimately still, like Saints and Sinners is still ultimately supposed to be a fun, somewhat fast-paced zombie exploration survival game. So they find a good balance when it comes to the realistic physics of guns and weapon sways and needing to be swung around and stamina and all that kind of stuff, while also not going so far into it that it feels distracting. I expect you to die. Oh, right, yes, I know that game. Oh, yeah. I haven't played it, but I really should. Yeah, maybe I can play it for a live stream at some point, if I can figure out how to live stream from VR. I know it's possible, I just haven't done it myself. But I haven't heard of that game. I've heard good things, but every time I think about going and buying it, I'm like, there's some kind of excuse that I always end up giving myself to move on and do something else. But it's in my cart, my wish list VR library. Wow. Right, yes. I can't save Retta until I get the Mantis Claw, which shouldn't be too much longer now. Oh, I love Retta's design. I don't know, something about her is just so adorable in this game. Alright, now let's go work our way through this kind of puzzle-ish... dang it. Oh, good thing we got a bench right here. Oh, bench there. I do love the Mantis designs in this game. Okay. Well, looks like it's coming back. Yeah, like I was saying, I love the Mantis designs in this game. It's not the most complex thing in the world, but I love the balance between trying to give them a little bit of almost semi-anthropomorphism, make them look kind of regal and standing up, sort of match a lot of the other bugs, but at the same time still feel like the species they're supposed to be. Which, to be fair, that doesn't really come across very well as unlike the night characters or anything. I wouldn't exactly say this character looks like a beetle to me, but I think that's what he's supposed to be, generally speaking. And not that that's like a criteria for critique, really, in my eyes. Yes, it's not perfectly accurate, but it's still a really good design. All the designs in this game are great, all for different reasons. Oh yeah, see, I knew it. If you hit right at the peak of your jump, you can get that Geo clump without even having to get up there. Haha. I would say you can't get me from up here, but I know that's not true. You definitely can. There we go, okay. The combat is really starting to come back. And I remembered that I needed to get that lever, and then I need to head back over here to get these other ones. Ah, ah. My TV game. Oh, the second I expect you to die. Witten. Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. I kind of completely forgot that there was even a second I expect you to die game. But hey, that's good to know, though. If I do play the first one and it does well and I enjoy it, then I've got a whole second one to play. And here we are, but it's finally one of the most important tools of the entire game, honestly. Get those last little deposits of geo. Okay, now I believe, yes, it was this way. Alright, what was that? That leads up to all the other stuff. Yeah, very descriptive, me. All the other stuff. This is this, these are those. That's about as descriptive as I can get, apparently. I should probably head through here first, though. Oh, wait. Oh, almost missed it. Joe. There we go. Oh, so close. Open that up. Everything starts to shake. Alright, perfect. Okay, but before I head down there, I feel like I should head up here. Oh, got him up. Yeah, it probably would have been faster to just head the other way around, but I'm already committed. Yeah, this way. Right, yes, this is what is up here. Might as well go ahead and get this all sorted out now. Oh, just tried to jump a double jump. As if this isn't the end of the game. I can't do that yet. Might collect the geo before I go, and there we go. Right, I can't even do anything in here yet. Oh, dang it, that was the wrong button. Oh well. Oh, uh-oh. The vibration just disappeared from this controller. Guess that's my warning sign that this thing's not gonna be alive for all that much longer. Okay, good. I remember this now. That leads back to the beginning area that it was at. Good to just get it mapped out now. But before we head up there and leave, we need to fight the lords. The three lords that rule over this land. Ah, dang it. Dumb. I'm so stupid. Alright, I always get a little mixed up in where I'm supposed to go in this room, but it's not that big, so it's not that easy. It's not that hard to figure it out. Start walking, you'll find it soon enough. Perfect. Right. I almost always forget this little geo deposit here until it's just oh god no. Doesn't matter because I'm gonna die anyways. Oh. I am a little worried. I know that the vibration going out on your controller doesn't mean it's like 5 seconds away from dying, but I really hope it doesn't die when I'm halfway through this boss fight. At the very least it does. At the very least, if it does, I believe the game will pause itself, so If that does happen, I'll just need to run out and grab some fresh blaze real quick. Alright. I've got full health. I've got a full thing of soul. And I think... Yep. This is it. Technically, I don't have to fight them right now, but I feel like I should.
Kika.
Yep. Alright, buds. Okay, wish me luck. One of the most iconic fights from this game. Shouldn't have taken damage there. Healing? Oh, God, that was close. Okay. Shouldn't be too much longer. Ah, God. Well, not if I'm an idiot about it. I'm gonna take this chance to heal, just in case. Like to go into the second phase with a full thing of soul, so I'm hesitant to use my soul on this first Mantis Lord. But at the same time, ah, God, the longer a fight goes on, the more likely I am to eventually lose HP somehow. God damn it, okay. Oh well, I'm still doing good. Ah, God, too close. God, no! Now I'm just being an idiot. Oh, I should have dashed. What? No, I can't. I'm gonna jump. If I stand right here. Yeah, okay. I know that that's a little trick you can do to heal in the middle of the fight. Dang it, I keep forgetting I can't dash through them. Oh, dang it, I was too far. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God. God, that still hit me? God damn it. Oh, no. No, oh, God. Ah, I shouldn't have died there. I can usually do this much better. Alright. Okay. Not a huge deal. Okay, but first death of the game. Hey, parry, that's a good way to start out. Good sign of luck, I guess. Whew, alright, though. Oh, nope, sorry, guys. Wrong floor. Ah, wrong floor again. Yeah. Oof, man. First death, man. First death. I mean, I guess all things... Hey, bro. All things considered, not the worst way to lose my first life, you know? These guys aren't... Man, these, what, masses, I guess? I don't know. They're not known for being a complete cakewalk. Though I do feel like I probably shouldn't have died there, given how much I've played this game. Eh, it's not a huge deal, though. Ow, dang it. Actually, I think I'm going to avoid killing you first so I can heal, and then get a little bit more soul off of you. I realize I never opened this door over here, which I should go ahead and do now, just because I'm going to need to come back through here. I can hear my ghost whooshing around. There it is. Oh, shoot. There, just get all that geo back. I mean, it's not that much geo. Pretty much anything I would need to purchase has been purchased right now. Well, for now. Eventually, you know, I'll need to purchase plenty of other things. But for now, we're fine. Let's try that again. Second time's the charm. I just hope my controller doesn't die. might as well use my soul early. Oh, dang it. Just because I know I'm going to get plenty of hits in to build back up later on. Ah, dang it. Gotta re-remember where exactly the hitboxes are. Because I know if you time it right, I can get 2 hits in easily in pretty much all these attacks. Ah, dang it. Oh, shoot. I was about to say that this is already going a little better. And I guess it kind of is, but it also isn't. Well, thanks for 2 of those attacks in a row. I really need to heal a little bit. I gotta remember to pogo her a little bit more. Pogo all of them. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that definitely went faster and better than it did last time. Dang it, I keep forgetting I can't dash through them. I got so reliant on that ability whenever you unlock it in the game. Once you kind of know the attack, it's not too difficult. Oh, God. Unless you're an idiot like me. Oh, there we go. Double hit in right one across. That always feels satisfying to do. God, no, that was stupid. I should have stayed in the middle. There we go. Hey, double hit. There we go. Starting to get that speed back a little bit more. Ah, dang it. You gotta get it perfect. I sometimes can, but also plenty of times can. Oh, no! Oh my god. No. I was doing so good this time, and I relaxed way too much. Got too afraid with my heels. No. Oh, dang it. I can't hold this one. I was gonna say there, yeah, if I can kill one of them at least. There we go, okay. Whew. There we go. And bow and respect. Bow and respect. Okay. That, man, that was... I struggled a bit more through that than I normally should have, but I'm going to use the common excuse of I haven't played this game in a little bit, and I'm streaming, and therefore got my attention split. Seems like a good enough excuse. Anyways, that was... I guess first I should probably head up and go rest at that bench and get the loot out of that one room just up here. Just because it's right here and I don't want to forget about it. Right through here, I believe. Yeah, that's another boss. That's another boss down. Woo! Yeah. Boss down. Oh, that was close. Charm, right? Yes, Mark of Pride. The first, longer nail charm, if I'm not mistaken. Can't quite reach up there. And then this one, Honest Seal. Money in a different form. And then just actual money in its normal form. And then, yes, this was where the venture was. Whew, here we go. Yeah, no worries. I mean, the chat isn't, like, that active anyways, you know? Now, if there were like a bunch of people trying to say you were like just filling the chat and no one else was, and you were just like spamming every like 5 seconds, then that would be a problem. But no, I mean, you're not like you're not like spamming anything, you know. And while yes, a lot of the chatting is from you, it's just because it's not a super active chat, you know, which is, you know, perfectly fine. That's just kind of how it is sometimes, especially with smaller streamers like me. Whew, man. Oh, take a moment to stretch. Let's see. Let me check up on the stream. How are we looking? How are we doing? How long has it been so far? Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Decent concurrent viewers. 3 hours. Wow. I've been streaming for 3 hours already. That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize. I mean, I guess yeah. Playing Hollow Knight makes sense. The time just kind of bleeds away from me. But I feel like that was this is a pretty good point. We just defeated the Mantis Lords. You know, I feel like that's a pretty good point to cut us off at for now. You know. Because, you know, we've made good progress. That's the fungal wastes. Not done. We do still need to go back and use our Mantis Claw and kind of get into the tiers of the City of Tears, but that's literally just a transitional room to get into a whole new area. This area is pretty much done for now. Hey, good timing. Enjoy whatever movie you're going to watch, and bye. But, yeah, so I think that's going to be it for today's stream, you know? But this has been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this, you know? Good to get back in the streaming world. I'm so excited for SILKSONG. Definitely going to be keeping up with streaming with Hollow Knight, at least for now, you know? And then once SILKSONG comes out, definitely going to be streaming that constantly. Already got the idea for an animation in mind I'd love to make. I don't know if I'll get it out today. I would like to get it out today, so it's as relevant as possible, but there's a good chance it'll end up coming out tomorrow or the next day or something. But, you know, keep your eyes peeled for that newest Hollow Knight 2D animation. It's been a little bit since 2D animation has been on the channel, and really pushing 3D since, you know, I've finally figured it out and been enjoying it so much that I've just really been going hard into that. Now that I feel like my abilities for 3D animation have gotten to a pretty consistent point, I feel a lot better about doing them, you know, and using them, and now I can kind of ease back into doing more 2D stuff as well. Will probably be done in Blender though, yeah. I do want to investigate Blender's grease pencil 2D capabilities, you know, see what it's like. Seems like a lot of fun. But with that, I think that'll be the end of the stream today, you know? Give a chance, everyone's gotten a chance to say bye, give their final thoughts, but I think that's going to end it for today. I will be continuing this, obviously. I'll either be streaming tomorrow or the next day. I'm trying to decide whether I want to go daily or every other day, because on one hand, I want to make sure that I can finish the game in time for SILKSONG, but at the same time, it's still 2 weeks, which I feel like is plenty of time, even if I stream the game every other day to get, like, to the true ending, quote-unquote, you know? I mean, we've already basically finished the first 3 areas, then it's Crystal Peaks, and after that, you go into... Where do you go after that? I mean, I guess, yeah, you go up to the Howling Cliffs, then you can unlock the Grim Troop. Or, I mean, I guess you could go to Howling Cliffs first and then go to Crystal Peaks. Maybe that's what'll happen. But I guess we'll see. Either way, we'll be figuring it out. I'll definitely make a post for the next stream. You know, I'll actually remember to make a post about it next time. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a whole lot of fun. I'll be streaming again. Keep an eye out for the next part, either tomorrow or the next day. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Either way, that'll be it from me. Goodbye, I guess.